The fact that there are modern Nazi scientists that are obsessed over how many women go and see movies, like what are the percentages, what are their genitals, but why can't we increase the percentage for women to see entertainment? Instead of just leaving people alone, just make a movie that you would like to see, put it on the market, and it doesn't matter how many women, how many men. If people go see it, that's great. No, we can't do that. I'm curious, like, how much money is involved in this, and the interesting part is that Short Fat Otaku actually has a theory on why things are the way they are. Basically, he says that the modern leftist, the modern educated person, they're atheist, right? So they do not believe in the concept of good and evil. They're postmodernists. They think that good and evil is outdated Christian shit. It's like what's good for you is evil for someone else. It's all relative, it's all subjective. There's no such thing as good and evil. But the problem is that the human mind does need to operate on the principle of good and evil. So what they do is they believe that good is woke. So everything that has to do with woke ideology is good. And everything that's against woke ideology is fascistic and therefore evil. So, in other words, things that do not fall within woke ideology, such as feeding the homeless, caring about orphans, like these things are not of their concerns. Their concerns is, can we make a movie and get as many women to see it as possible? And that is good, because that is woke. That's how they're thinking. And the main problem with this is that they never stop to ask, do women even like action movies? Do women even like horror movies? Do men like romance movies, right? Like, they believe that this knowledge that existed before us must be evil because it's old, it's conservative, it's spreading the market on demographics and thinking that, well, when it comes to action movies, it's actually young men that like it. When it's coming to like 50 Shades of Grey, no, they feel that to be fascistic, bigotistic. No, like movies need to be for everybody. Absolutely everybody needs to like the movie. And unless they get the correct percentage, they're not happy. And they just don't understand why that is, right? Like, they take a franchise which predominantly young men are attracted to, and it is young men. Like, old men do not like necessarily Mad Max, right? Like, my grandfather wouldn't like it because, like, they don't like action movies anymore. I am starting to be like that. I am starting not to like action movies that much. But it's like something that's with age. And my wife isn't interested in action movies either. Like, she likes different types of things. Like, she likes reality shows and she likes cooking competitions and stuff. And that's perfectly fine. It's like different people have different strokes. But you got these individuals that are like, no. We need to take something that predominantly is like the shonen genre. Like, the Japanese figured that shit out. They still operate on normalcy. As I know, we need to take the shonen genre. And if we add a woman in it and we make her strong and empowered, it's going to appeal to the female audience, and men that do not get to watch it are misogynistic pig, and we're going to shame them, and eventually they're going to say, wait, hold on, we're not misogynistic pigs, we're going to actually buy the ticket for the movie. And then they're surprised when the movie flops. And the movie flops because it's not just the men that don't want to see it, women don't want to see it either. And you have scientists that are looking at this, and they're saying that despite the fact, and I love the fact that they will use the word males, right? Like, they can't use man. It's like the Ferengi. It's like female. It's like the males are present at 72%. The 1834 crowd represents 55% of the audience. And apparently, when it comes to women, only 28% of females showed up. Female, the Ferengis. But still, it's interesting, isn't it, right? So, like, even the very small audience that this had, women just don't fucking care. They're not interested. And they go, oh, the online trolls. Yeah, because you got these studios that are multi-billion dollars, multinational conglomerates, and they spend millions of dollars on marketing. And they do their best in order to get their movie out so that The Guardian talks about it, so that BBC and MSNBC, like all the mainstream media talks about it. All the websites, like Rotten Tomatoes, gives it positive coverage. But god damn it, those YouTubers, those troll YouTubers, like, they are the ones that manage to influence and are the counterweight to all of that positive marketing. They should hire me, shouldn't they? I mean, if I'm that fucking good, they should hire me. I already explained as why that is. It's like the focus nowadays is just on the character. Like they're not focusing on the story or the plot. When I first saw Mad Max, the reason that I even rented from the VHS store from so many other movies was the setting. It's like, wow, a post-apocalyptic setting. It's got like all these cool cars. It's going to be something interesting. And I got it. Now it's like, oh, let's focus on the character. It's like Mad Max, but she's a woman. And she's not very sexually appealing. Like, she's no Megan Fox, right? So, like, literally, the thing that the teenagers are interested, which is sex and violence, yeah, we're going to remove that. And we're going to give you something sanitized, safe, corporate. You probably seen it like 5 times already because it's literally the same consultants that we hire, and that's what you get. And they don't understand. It's like, why is this selling? It's so ridiculous. The thing is, like, why don't they just... Well, I keep asking, like, why don't they just make something good, new? And when they make something new, it actually works. Like, I love the fact that when they made Barbie, right? Like, that's not a sequel or anything. They made Barbie, and it worked because it was actually a critique to feminism. Like literally, if I want to show someone why feminism is bad, you show them Barbie. Like, what is Barbie? Well, it's a society in which the Kens are oppressed and the Barbies have everything. So now that they go and see the real world, Ken comes back and it's like, well, why can't we be equals? And what Ken does is he actually brings democracy to Barbie Land. Like, he doesn't bring fascismus. And he creates a world where 90% of the Kens and 90% of the Barbie are happy. Like, they're going really good. But then you have like this one Barbie that's jealous because her Ken doesn't love her and her Ken doesn't think that she's hot shit. So what she does is she kidnaps the president, brainwashes her, gets the Ken to fight with each other, creates a war, destroys society, and after everything is fucked, she doesn't know how to fix it, so she leaves. And that is feminism. According to, like the person who made that movie is a feminist and says that the movie represents feminism. Who am I to disagree, right? So when you make something like that, which critiques woke by accident, it is incredibly popular. Everyone likes it. Women like it. Men like it. Everyone goes and see Barbie. Meanwhile, no one goes and see Furiosa. I find it absolutely fascinating. Anyway, and by the way, do you notice that none of the grotesque exists in movies anymore? Like, do you guys watch Children of the Corn? Or any of the old slashers that were like really vile and grotesque? And it's kind of like The Walking Dead, but on steroids and on the big screen. We don't get that anymore. What are the tits? Like the Game of Thrones Season 1 or Spartacus or stuff like that. What are they? Why don't they put them anymore? Everything has to be like super safe. There's nothing edgy. There's nothing new. You want to see edgy? Go to South Korea. Watch some of that. Watch some anime. Well, to be honest, even the anime is starting to lose its edge. Like, there was a lot of blood and gore in the old animes, like Yamcha getting killed by the androids with the hand through his chest. They don't do that anymore. Yeah, I don't know. It's almost like I'm living in a fucking kindergarten where everything is super safe. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.